Hey everyone, it's Natasha. In today's video, I'm going to show you ACE PACES, Social Studies, 1034, 1035, and 1036. These are the last three third grade PACES along with the score key. I purchased these to try them out because I was looking for an independent social studies option for my third grader for next year. So I thought I would get the last three for this year to try them out to see what we thought of them, see if we like them, to see if it might be a good fit for next year. So each PACE is about 3 weeks. And so this would be 9 weeks worth, which is like a quarter, which is perfect because we have a quarter left of school. So I will kind of walk you through these and tell you some concerns I have. And if you've used the ACE PACES, I would love to hear your thoughts. So it starts off with goals, and each PACE they're going to work on a character trait. So this, or they're going to work on efficient, and they have vocabulary with pictures. They're writing answers in both cursive and print in this. Everything you need is in this. All the instructions in there. There's no separate teacher manual. There's just the score key with the answers. So this particular one is about Spanish history, and it's going along pretty well. I even thought here, wow, it would be fun to make a clay pot. So I think you could, add in some, or, something out of copper. I thought that would be fun. I know my senior did a copper thing years ago. It was really cool in our co-op. And it talks about Latin. And in the middle, there is a test you are supposed to pull out, similar to Life Pack. I thought we probably wouldn't do the test, but you never know. And there's just different activities and these little checkups, which are kind of like little quizzes. So I like those. And here's the part that I had some concerns about. It was the Christopher Columbus, how they have addressed Christopher Columbus. Well, I don't think third graders need to know all the evil that Christopher Columbus did. This goes over the top in praising him as a man of God. And so I'm really struggling with that. So if you've used these ACE PACES before, I'd love to hear your thoughts, to hear if this is kind of a one-time thing that they do this, or if this is kind of a general theme throughout their PACES where they minimize, not just minimize, I don't want to say that, where they, I don't even know what to say. Hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say. I think it's one thing to not scare the children, but it's another thing to treat somebody as a man of God when he did purely evil things. That's where my struggle is. So I'm wondering if this is just a one-time thing and I can just rip this out, or if this is a general theme in the ACE PACES, if that makes sense. If that's kind of how they treat history, I'd love to know. Especially in the older grades. So in case you can't see this, I'll read it, but it says, Christopher means Christ bearer. Christopher Columbus believed God wanted him to bear or carry the news about Jesus to lands far away. He believed God had made him a bearer of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Sometimes he would write in a book the verses that he believed God was using to show him he should be a Christ bearer to India and other lands. Now, I've done some research on Christopher Columbus myself, and all I can say is, please do some research on him. And also, if you have any more recommendations for me, not for kids, but for me, I'd love to hear them. But I try to look at primary sources and, other articles and things with, references to primary sources, which are, real documents from Christopher Columbus and his crew. And this is not the same picture. And so, yeah, basically, I don't want them to believe Christopher Columbus was this man of God, and then find out later, like, horrific evil that he did, and connect those two. Does that make sense? So I'm struggling big time with this. Okay, big time. Okay. So then we go into 1035, and this kind of continues with Christopher Columbus, but it doesn't, it kind of just says like the basics. It doesn't treat him quite the same as that. It talks about how people speak different languages with the Tower of Babel. I do like how it kind of ties everything in. It's talking about the early people in America, and it does get into the slave trade, but it doesn't connect Christopher Columbus with the slave trade. So just point that out. It talks about African Americans, and it does say wicked slave traders. So I'm glad they used the adjective wicked there. But again, it doesn't connect Christopher Columbus to anything. And then they tie in how Joseph was sold as a slave, and God used Joseph to help his own family. And then it talks about George Washington Carver. And I like this. God has a special plan for you. Okay, and then in 1036, it then is going to talk more about, so we're talking about honesty here, and then we're going to talk about government and how the government works, and how people are sinful. So it's again continuing off of that. So I do like that. And let's keep going. So we've got the 10 Commandments. And then we've got Cain and Abel. And jobs of the government. And this touches on community helpers a bit, like police and fire, cleanup services, courts. Okay, so I did like how it tied everything together. So please let me know if you have any experience with this. And let me know kind of how they treat history overall. I'd really like to hear more about that, so I can have a better idea of how I'd like to proceed. So let me know down below if you have any experience with ACE. But I hope that was helpful for you, if nothing else, to see the inside. And so thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions, put them down below. But again, I haven't used these yet. I've just looked through them. So I might not be too much help, but I'll try my best. So make sure to hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe if you love all things homeschool.